Okay, real quick, I'm going to do a quick thing with glossy paper. And this is glossy, that you print on your printer for pictures, which I have tons of and never use. I'm going to take my brush in some water and just take a little bit of the color and mix it over here, and I want it wet. And this is to do background. I mean, you can do many, many things with this, but you want water in it for when the alcohol gets on it, that it spreads. And you want it kind of watery. And we're going to just use, that's regular acrylic basics Liquitex paint. And I'm just going to show you some different things. That's what I have with the paper. Here's my alcohol, 91%. I got one of these squeezy drop things from, I don't even know where, to tell you the truth. But I suck a little bit up in here and I drop. And look at that. That's all that is paint. Paint and water. Okay? Now can you see that? That's just paint and water. And then you can dab it to dry it or whatever. Again, we can, now let me show you. This is mixed with water, and this is really thinned down a lot. Okay, and I'm going to thin it down even more and do another, because I'm going to show you different kind of things. And again, just drop as much as you want. And isn't that the coolest thing ever? As a background on here, and then once it's dry, and it dries fast, obviously, because it's alcohol ink. And you get some drippage. Drippage is good. Okay? As you can see here, I'm just gonna dry my brush off and show you the difference. Brush is dry. This is just regular straight acrylic paint, no water. And if you go like this, okay, and you take your alcohol and you put it on there, it's not that you see it does nothing. It really does absolutely nothing. You have to have that water mixed in and your paint very, very thin. What I try to do, if I don't remember, which once it's on glossy paper, it's kind of hard, but you can wet it with water. You can go over it and wet it with water to add different texture if you want to have, and the more water the better, because the alcohol will just suck that up and you'll get the different, okay. And of course I stuck my alcohol little doopy thing in the water, which, and again, it has to be 91% alcohol. It just, for whatever reason, works. Alright, pull my little thing. And you can get these at the dollar store. Very inexpensive. Or if you have, like, from kids' illness, medicine, your own medicine. And look how fun. That's just regular paint. Okay? And it dries. And like I said, you can have it go. You want to make it, run down. I mean, look how cool that is. You want to make it run down a little bit more. It dries very quickly. Okay? And this is just regular, like I said, regular paint. Regular paint, very watered down. Now, let me show you alcohol ink, which I love, is very expensive. If, if you imagine doing this with, whatever kind of paint you want, just watered down. This is alcohol ink. This is cranberry. I'm going to give it a little shake. I don't know if you really need to or not. And I'm going to just kind of drip it. And take my little alcohol. And you see how it just kind of makes it run, gives you different, and as the alcohol, you can turn, you do different things to make different backgrounds. Because once these are dry, you can either copy them for what patterns you have, or just cut these up and glue them on. Okay, that's regular alcohol ink. And then I got a contrasting, which is green, which is called citrus. And Let's try this opposite. Let's put some alcohol down and then put the green on it and see what it does. And it'll just run that way. Again, you know, I'm just kind of squirting it on there. And you give your alcohol. They do sell, however, and it is very expensive. Expensive. I don't like to spend more than I need to. And if I can find different ways to do things, I will. You can buy the alcohol blending ink. Now, just like I said, you can go over like this to pick up the extra, to make it go all over the page, and you'll see the different variations in the color. And this is the, like I said, the Adirondack alcohol ink itself. But you see, I mean, you get really cool results. A little different than with the paint, I would suppose. I mean, we can try one more thing. Let me see if I have any alcohol. Let me get a little more alcohol in here. Let's try to mix, now that we have the alcohol down, the alcohol ink down. Let me get a little bit more alcohol. Again, 91% is what I have the best use with. I'm going to wet my brush. I'm going to take some more of the paint. I'm going to run it down the sides and kind of over where there's, you know, blank spots, whatever. And you can see it just resisting just putting that on there. And these make great backgrounds. Like I said, you have to use a glossy paper. I'll show you on here real quick what happens if you don't. And you can see where you have the most ink. I'm sorry, paint with the water, where it just kind of like spreads. So that's that. And then I'm going to have my... So we have this with regular paint. You'd leave it dry. It's still a little bit wet from the water and all. And that is just regular paint, watered down a lot. Okay. You have... Just give this a quick... Dries quick. This is with alcohol inks and the ink over it with some alcohol, which those are on glossy paper. I have a big pad of glossy, you know, to put into the printer to get pictures out, but I don't like using them for pictures because I really don't take pictures that often to print them out on that. Let's see. This is just regular scrapbook paper, you know, my book I draw in. Let's really try to... Let's see what this does with the paper, because the paper is going to soak it in, and that's the difference. And we need, of course, we need alcohol because I'm out of it here. And you can see the difference because the paper soaks in the paint. It's not going to do much of anything. And you could take it over or drop everything on the floor like I just did. And it's really not going to do anything because the paper itself, you need something. Again, you need something like this where it's going to sit on top. So this is just regular, very watered down paper with 91% generic brand alcohol. $1 at the CVS, you know, pharmacy, Walmart, whatever. And then again, this is dry. This is with alcohol inks. And, you know, later I'll use these and I will, let's try a little bit more of this. I will rip it up and use it in a, let's see. Yeah, you see can you see the dots coming? I will use it in a, picture for my mixed media. A little bit of water. And that's it. That's what I wanted to show you guys. Very easy. Just water down your paints. Like when you think you got it watered down enough, water it down a little bit more. And again, you can't beat, you know, something that's really cool like that to use in backgrounds. And if you have alcohol inks and you want to use them, you can see the difference, but you don't need to. You can layer Another color. Let's just real quick while we're sitting here. Water down this yellow. And we'll put it right here. Now you're probably not going to be able to see it real good because it's watered down and it's yellow. But let's see what we can do. Okay. Yeah, see, I can see. Can you see that? And it just separates it. And it's not going to do anything else on there. It's sealed and done. And again, you have, you know, so many different alternatives. The thicker the paint, it's not going to work. Now you see putting it over after the alcohol is already on. You can see how it's picking up. And you would think, oh wow, that's going to be enough water. It's not. Not exactly for what, if you want it to spread and you want to put different colors in it. You want it to spread into different colors. And just keep squirting and squirt. I mean, until you get to the design you want. Little squirts, big squirts, whatever you want. And it's very cool. So that's it. That's what I wanted to show you guys real quick. It's very fun. You just do it with watered down acrylic paints. Cheaper the better to get your color. Put it. You could paint the whole base. Put a few things. Let it dry. Do another. You could layer it. You could do whatever you want. Has to be on a shiny. Like I said, I have a lot of the glossy, you know, printer paper. So have fun and enjoy.